this is my little coffee with me. I will share 10 things that will help you have quarantine with God during this quarantine, being stuck at home and everything. I really hope that it encourages you and helps you in this time. What's going on is definitely out of the ordinary. It's definitely something that is hard and causing anxiety and fear, and I know that God wants to use this to help you grow and help your relationship with Him to thrive. I just wanted to share this with you, and I hope it helps you. Let's get to the video. First thing that you should do to keep your spiritual life going, cut the amount of time you're spending on social media. I actually went on Lent before this whole thing happened. I just constantly was going to Instagram, constantly going to Snapchat to, in a way, fulfill me instead of going to God. Because my point is with this story time is the number one thing that I think is causing problems and causing people to feel more anxiety, more distant from God and from people is social media. Scrolling through that Instagram, sending that Snapchat, going through all the stories, making you feel more distant. And I think that the enemy just tries to use that social media platform to just distract you away from what you can be doing, things that are productive, things that are good, things that are fruitful that you could be doing in this time. You're limiting that amount so that it doesn't give into your insecurities and it doesn't make you not be able to be everything that God wants you to be in this time. The second one that I would say is keep a routine. I think it is okay to sleep in a couple hours more. I've been waking up anywhere between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. I think oversleeping can just cause problems and just make you even feel more grouchy and more sleepy, and it will also help you hold yourself accountable to be reading the Bible and spending your time with God. Having that routine and having a set time, you write God in your routine and you write God in your day, it really helps you realize, I have this time, this is the time that I'm going to give to God. Third thing, going off of what I said with the routine, it's really important to start your day reading the Bible still. Even though it feels like you have all day, trust me, you'll get distracted. What I mean by time with God is, even if it's 10 minutes. Once I started with the 10 minutes, it started to go into 15 to 20. I just think it's really important in this time to still be starting your day off with God. My rule for me is I don't eat, I don't check my phone, I don't fall back asleep, I don't do anything until I have had at least 10 minutes praying or reading the Word. I think that's really important and something that will help encourage you in this time that is so beyond your control. So good. Anyways, so the fourth thing, going off what I said about your time with God, sometimes it's kind of hard to know what to do in your devotion time. When I do use my Bible app, I go on airplane mode so I cannot get any notifications and I can't get distracted. But for me personally, it helps a lot to have a physical Bible. I have the She Reads Truth Bible. It's really nice because it has a bunch of devotions, like things that you could read along with the passage that you're reading at the time. A thing that helps me kind of hold myself accountable to be reading the Word is I set goals or books that I want to read by the end of the month. For example, what I'm doing right now with the Bible study videos is I'm going to be doing a Proverbs-a-day. With that, it helps me to hold myself accountable to read at least one Proverbs a day, but sometimes it makes me, I want to read more, so I go into other books or I go into maybe even like podcasts or whatever that might be. You could buy devotional books. Right now I'm using, it's Live by Sadie Robertson. It's a very good book. I love Sadie Robertson. I love her sermons and just everything about her. She inspires me a lot. She's part of the reason why I'm making this YouTube channel. I am a very artistic person, so I like to write in my Bible. One good thing about the She Reads Truth Bible is you get to write in the margins, and that helps me and makes me kind of excited to just like read the word. And my fifth thing that I would do, keeping a prayer journal. It just really helps to write down things that I'm struggling with, things that I just want to communicate with God, things that other people are struggling with. If I ever say I will pray for you, I always write it down in this journal so I don't forget. I write things that I'm thankful for with every prayer that I write down. I also sit and I just wait on God. It's probably about 10 minutes and I just write down whatever comes to my mind. So I always put like a little square on it so I could check off if God answers that prayer. It will help you a lot to not only like go back and be encouraged, but also will help you to just pour out your thoughts and pour out what you are feeling, because you know it's okay to feel upset, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be anxious if you are casting it to God. Yes, I have been anxious in this time. I've been all the negative things, but definitely keeping a prayer journal has helped me not only in a therapeutic way, but also be encouraged and go back and realize that God is still working. My sixth thing is podcasts. I love to listen to Christian podcasts because they are so encouraging. One thing that I use is the Breakaway app. Timothy Ateek is the pastor for Texas A&M, and I don't go there, but it's just really cool to go on there, and they have so many different topics. If you're feeling anxious, if you're wanting to know how to pray, if you're struggling with relationships, whether romantically or with friendships, they just have so much, and it's so amazing to go through. Another thing is I follow Sadie Robertson. I'm sure you guys know about her, but she has like some amazing sermons on YouTube. She also has a YouTube channel that she goes on different topics and discusses them and stuff. I also listen to something called Transformation Church. It's a church in Oklahoma, and he posts on YouTube. Pastor Mike Todd, I believe. He is so encouraging, and his preaching is some of the best preaching I've heard. God almost always brings exactly the right sermon or the right podcast for me to listen to when I need to listen to it. And so, yes, I do encourage you to do podcasts. Number 7, I believe, is music. And by music, I mean worship music. So uplifting to listen to worship music, especially in this time that like you're feeling anxious and feeling all these different things. Put in your headphones and listening to it, and even just like singing your heart out. It's okay, it's just your family around you. Just feel God's presence. The it thing would be still call, text, whatever you need to do, all of your friends, and be in connection with them. I think that right now it has been harder to connect right now, and it's been harder to want to reach out and want to text people since we're all kind of just struggling with this anxiety and lack of being with people. We are social beings. God created us to have relationships, and God created us to love people and be around people, connected with your friends, whatever it might take. If it takes texting them and just checking up on them, so be that friend, be that person that reaches out to someone and checks up on them, because I know that they will be encouraged and they will be so thankful that you did. I know it's a different hairstyle and angle and lighting. Give you guys actually a bonus advice: just go outside. Something that's been keeping me sane. Maybe I drive to the top of a hill and just like look out at God's creation. It might just be take a walk. Take this time, enjoy yourself, relax. You're not as busy as you were before this thing started, and so make sure you're taking time to enjoy God's nature, enjoy where God has you. You will be thanking yourself later. My last one, number 10, is connect with your family. I'm living with my family right now during this time that we're not able to go to college. Your parents If you're living with them, they're providing you meals, they're providing you a space to live. The least you can do is stay connected with them and stay respectful. And I'm not saying that out of experience. I have not been doing the best at that. It's hard to stay getting along with your siblings and getting along with your parents after you've been away from college and feel like you are independent. My next video is actually going to be about that. I'm going to call it quaranTIME with family. Stay connected with your family, stay respectful, stay loving, and it will help encourage you in this time. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was pretty long. Those are just some things that have been on my heart during this quarantine, things that will just help you stay sane, stay following God, stay encouraged during this time that you could feel so many negative emotions. If you have any questions, you could always comment below, message me, email me. I could help you out and just like be there for you. If you have any prayer requests, definitely comment them below and I'll be praying. I'll put it in my prayer book. Bye!